Good morning. Once again, it's 2:03 in the morning, and I just woke up a few minutes ago after watching this movie. I don't know what movie that was. Something about calling. It was a strange movie. I'd never seen it before. With these actresses about sex calling, sex phone, something like that. And then I fell asleep and woke up and found this on my bed. I don't know what that is. What do you think it is? I was sexually assaulted. You know, the same Gabriel Franklin that does it. And that looks like an eye. It looks like a beak right there. A mouth. From a distance, that looks like the head of something, and then perhaps that's the back right there, and the wings. And then this right here, that looks like an eyeball. Two itty bitty eyeballs. That looks like a face facing that way. And from this angle, that looks like two eyes. And I'm not sure who did this or why they did it. I've never seen anything like it. It's kind of creepy if you ask me. Kind of sick looking in it. This way it looks like a fish. That's an eye. That's an eye. That's a nose right here. And then this right here is the back side. That's the head. That's the tail. So like a fish, isn't it? And I was stuck in all of that right there. I'm not exactly sure why they keep doing this. You know, they leave me in pain. My feet, my left foot has been hit, my genitals been hit, and I mean, this is the contraption that I have to. Let's see if I move the camera up here. What? Whoa. Do I see anything differently? No, that's what it looks like. I don't know what that is. It looks strange, doesn't it? To wake up and find that right there on your bed. For some reason, it reminds me of the Negro woman that's here. Her name is Felicia. And that looks like her spirit. You know. She was wearing an orange shirt the other day, a sweatshirt. And I'm not exactly sure who would be the person to do that. That's the door over there. You can see the door is barricaded. But somebody has to come into the apartment. And looks like both of the windows are barricaded too. But somehow or another they get in here anyway. And then this is what they leave behind. I'm not sure why they leave it behind. My foot right there is in pain. Like right here. Right here has been hit. And then right here, it's been hit. It hurts a lot. And sometimes in the inner sole right there hurts. And it gives me pain shots. And then of course the genital, you know, the penis area, penile area. Right now the foot is in excruciating pain. And then this is what they leave behind. I guess this is kind of evil. Look at this, right? When you come up close, look at this. What is that? Hmm? Looks like the head of a clan or something right here. And that's the face. And then right here, and that's the back. Right? And then here, it's like a monstrous, isn't it? I don't know. Looks like I have some satanic, some evil somebody that has some evil abilities doing this. Alright, and again, it could be somebody's trick, you know, somebody's way of showing me that they have the ability to do this sort of thing. You know, turn my bedding into this. Doesn't look like much, does it? But for some reason, this is what they're doing. I'm not sure what it's supposed to mean. Yeah, try to move the camera here. Trying to observe it. I don't know, from this angle right here, I'm close to the bed, it looks like Haiti. Right? Here's the Haitian island. Right here. That's, and Port-au-Prince is right there. And, I don't know. I'm not sure. But, looks like they haven't stopped. They're still coming in here, sexually assaulting, and then leaving me this. Doesn't look like much, but it bugs the heck out of me. So whoever came in here obviously was of a Haitian, either Haitian community or Haitian spirit, because this is, when you look at it, it looks like the island. It looks like the island, doesn't it? Right here, that's the shape of the island. Right there. That's the island. And then it's divided right here in the center. Haiti's on this side, and then the Spanish side is over here. Anyway, I'm going to turn this off real soon, but that was just to let the church and the nation know that these women and these men have not stopped coming in here. And they're still sexually assaulting. They're still breaking into the apartment and violating my tenant, my right as a tenant. Yesterday, when they did this, I reminded them about 2 o'clock in the morning, let's move over here, that the nation gave me this right here as a certificate. That was to tell me that I could be a citizen of the country, and this is a certificate that basically incorporates me as a church planner. And then there was one more certificate that I was given, and give me a second here, let me look for it. This is the application that I was given. All 3 of those right here. This is the rental application. Yeah, rental application. That was the rental application, and my signature is on it. Right there. That's my signature and the manager's signature, showing that I'm a tenant, and I'm not living here off of somebody else's money. But apparently, somehow or another, these people keep forgetting that. And since I've been here, this is what they've done. Rape, sexual assault, physical assault, property damage, stolen property, death threats, warrant to forsake the lease. There have been several look-alike Franklins. They took a dump in the toilet and kept it dirty, stolen food. This is just the first. This is just the first month that I got here that they did this. So you can see that these people did not want me to be a tenant in this place. They were angry that I came here, and so here 3 times the government gives it to me, and then they come and they take it away by sexually assaulting me and doing what they've been doing to me. So 3 times, right? So 3 times the government comes and They gave me a certificate of citizenship to allow me to stay in the country as a citizen. They gave me a corporate certificate to plant a church, and then West Shore Apartment gives me an application, basically indicating that I'm a tenant. So, but these people don't agree with my citizenship, with my church planting, and they don't agree with my being a tenant. And they're on the other side of all of that. Instead, they want me to submit. They want me to submit to them in the country, not as a citizen, but as a slave. They don't want me to submit to. They don't want me to be a church leader. They want me to be a slave. They don't want me to be an applicant who has a rental agreement. They want me to have an understanding that the apartment belongs to Gabriel Franklin and John MacArthur. They're the opposite side of all of this. Yesterday I handed in incidents number 4 through 7, and basically explaining to the management, that is Catherine, everything that's been going on. I spoke to, who did I talk to? I spoke to crime prevention yesterday. The name is Mike Boyer. I don't know if you know him. I'll show you his card. That's the person that I spoke to. Over the weekend, I spoke to 4 different churches, and not one of the churches helped me. 2 Slavic churches. I didn't speak to the Slavic church. One of the Slavic churches, I spoke to them about what was going on, but he looks more or less like he was the community rather than the church. Then I spoke to this young girl from the Slavic church looking for the Haitian community, but they didn't have the Haitian community on their property down on 82nd Street. And I spoke to a Baptist church on 103rd and Gleason. That didn't amount to anything either. And then I went to a Methodist church right here in the city, and on 12th or 13th Avenue, and that didn't become anything either. So can't get no help from the church to resolve this, and can't get no help from the state either. And I also spoke to a Seventh-day Adventist church. So the one that's on going south. I don't remember the name of the street, but anyway, the 4th, I think it is 4th going south, toward I can't remember the city's name, but anyway, spoke to some representatives of that church, and so 5 church total. The Seventh-day Adventist Church was also one of the churches, and not one of them was able or willing to assist in the situation with MacArthur and Franklin. And MacArthur and Franklin are standing on the side where there's no law and there's no government, and they feel that they can do whatever they want to do. And this is part of what they're doing this morning in the apartment. They're not going to stop. They're asking me to cross over to join them and to submit to them. And the answer to Gabriel is no. The answer to John MacArthur is no. I don't believe him to be a Christian. I believe he's an antichrist, and I don't believe that these people are supportive of the American Constitution. I don't know what they're doing here to my life. They pretty much destroyed it. I'm so tired of dealing with this thing. It's 2:18 now. I turned this on about 15 minutes ago, and I'm wondering how many others are in this situation and dealing with it as I'm dealing with it. I'm wondering how many other Haitians have been put in this situation with the American colony, with the American people. How many people have been asked to submit to slavery? How many people have been asked to yield? And when they don't, what happens to their lives? Their lives arrested, sabotaged, destroyed, and some I think probably get even deported. But why would somebody take so much time in trying to reduce you, cut you down? And why would somebody take so much time in sexually assaulting me? I don't have any feelings toward any of the Negro women that are in this building representing the situation. I know that they have access into this apartment. Yesterday I was sitting on the shitter, and two of the workers opened the door to come in here, and without written authorization, and I got into a fight with one of them, the monitor, and had to ask him, you need to have a written authorization before you come into the apartment. In other words, they have to have my consent because my property isn't here. The day before, they came into the apartment again without my consent while I was on the shitter, and they climbed through the window and took my shoe ring, key close here, and later on, about 6-7 hours later, after I had fallen asleep, gotten up, I ran to 24 hours to do my weightlifting, and when I got there, then I found the extra key ring in the sugar, this thing that I'm wearing, this pullover. Before that, they came to the apartment while I was using the trim, and it seems to me that they're making it very obvious that they have access to come in and out whenever they want and do whatever they want, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's kind of embarrassing, to have somebody come in on you when you're taking a poop. It's even more embarrassing, that they keep doing this. It's humiliating, it's downright insulting, but this is America, right? And in America, people are insulting. I think that maybe the woman that is doing the sex, and I just don't know how to prove it. And if it is, it's a violation. This woman has worn orange to communicate to me in the gay language, purple to communicate to me in the gay language, and she has these moody, she can come all the way down and be very, very, very docile, but then there's another side where she's very ferocious. And I don't want anything to do with the ferocious side or the docile side. I'm not into Negro women. I'm just not liking what they are doing here in this apartment. It sickens me. It disgusts me. I don't like women sneaking around in the back of my life and doing this sort of thing. I don't like African women. They don't arouse me, they piss me off, and they turn me off. And it seems like every African woman, young and old, that I meet is a part of this garbage that Gabriel Franklin and John MacArthur has done. And they've been doing it for like 30 years, trying to pull me over to the gay clan side, come and be a gay and submit to us. It's like this is contrary to everything I believe as a Christian. I don't believe in the gay clan side. I don't believe in some of the stuff that they're doing. There's so much. There's a bunch of other stuff going on too. I think part of it is their ability to communicate to me in videos. It's like a movie can be either a conversation piece where you talk to the people, or you can just watch it as a form of entertainment. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm not exactly sure what that means. It's a real bizarre thing that they've put on my plate. It's some new things that they're doing, and they haven't no explanation. So I guess this is supposed to be part of. I don't think it's part of the Christian faith, but it's part of something, and I'm not sure where they're coming from. The camera becomes the computer camera becomes a two-way thing. Television becomes a two-way communication device. Even the telephone, I mean, everything is two-way. So I'm not sure what this was supposed to be or why it happened. I don't agree with being molested and raped. I don't agree with the trespassing. I don't agree with them violating the rental application because I don't have anybody else's name on the rental application but my own. I don't agree with Negro women touching on me. I don't like that. Just because they are women, it doesn't mean that they have the right to do that. I still believe in the Bible and what the Bible teaches in terms of fornication, adultery, sanctification, and I don't agree with them doing this. This is morbid. This is kind of disgusting to know that there are women older than I am touching on me, and I don't, get for the thrill of it, to think that these old women and young women are coming in here, African women, and to put their hands in between my legs. It's disgusting to talk about this thing at 2 o'clock in the morning, but you have to understand that this is what they're doing, and I don't agree with it. This is my bed. This is my home for now, and I don't agree with what they're doing. This is disgusting. It doesn't arouse my manhood. If I could, I'd kill these women if I knew where they were and how to bring them out. I don't agree with gay girlfriends and molesting me and playing with my genitals in the middle of the night. I don't agree with D. Franklin's mother still being in my life indirectly. I don't agree with the gay plan. I don't agree with this U.S. government ignoring this entire thing as if it's not even happening. I don't agree that the churches have ignored all of my call for help and have pretended as if I have not cried for help in this situation. I don't agree with 911 operators telling me that I'm mentally ill and I should get medication as a result of my calling this into the police department. This is ridiculous. I sort of feel like isolated here, and I can't turn to any churches, can't turn to any government officials, and when I bring it up, they're like, you're crazy, something is wrong with you, and you shouldn't be calling us and letting us know. And this is what, the connection with this Haitian woman is a bad one, and she is determined to make herself desirable, and no matter what she does to make herself desirable, it disgusts me even more. I despise the woman. I've never hated a woman as much as I hate this gay girl, frankly, and now my own mother, this police, she looks like she has around the lips. She has my mother's lips, and I don't know what the community is using her to communicate. I don't understand these women. I don't understand any of this, and I wish it would stop, but they don't seem to want to stop. They don't want to just, as long as they seem in their mind that they have the upper hand. They have the apartment upstairs, 507. The guy's either bathtub or toilet keeps overflowing, and that brings them in here. And I think that's a setup. And they use it, and they're using it to come into the apartment. I'm not exactly sure why they keep doing it that way. I don't understand what's in the apartment that's so important that they need to be in here. It's like, how do you tell black women, these specific black women, not all black women, but these specific ones who seem to have an agenda, and the agenda is to come and be the woman of the house and take over, not because they feel any kind of love or lust towards me, just I think in their mind, they think that this is, this is something that they have the authority to do, because, I'm a gay man, and therefore they have it's their right and prerogative to treat me this way. And I'm thinking, what gay man in America wants to put himself under Negro women who are this dominant and who are this ridiculous? I mean, I don't know of any man in any part of the world who would want to submit to this garbage. I mean, I certainly don't. I don't submit to women in this fashion, for them to come into your home and then take sexual advantage of you and then just keep going. The Bible talks about the woman and the role of the woman, and in Proverbs 31, the Bible talks about the role of the woman. In Titus 2, the Bible talks about the role of the woman. In 1 Timothy 2, the Bible talks about the role of the woman. And all of these contradict what these women are doing in here contradicts the role of the woman in the Bible. In 1 Timothy, the Bible says that I do not allow a woman to exercise authority over a man. This is a clear indication that this woman that keeps coming in here, Gabriel, is exercising authority over me. She's been doing it for 30 years by force, by torture, by using other people to punish and to judge. She joined the gay community 30 years ago. I, on the other hand, went into the church, and we've been at war against each other. I never saw her as anything but an enemy, and now it's out. But she has more on her side, supporting her, and having on my side supporting me. Well, if you're watching this video, keep the two sides in mind and pray for God and His church. I pray to God that His church will be delivered from this. I don't believe in submitting to women sexually outside of marriage. And if this is the beginning of the war, let it also be the end of it. And let her be the only woman that does this thing and die with it in her grave, because I am shocked and ashamed that this is what Gabriel Franklin, G. Franklin's mother, has become, and I don't want to deal with this again, not with another woman coming in here. And one last thing, I want to make sure that it's still running. One last thing, and this is to, I guess, Melinda MacArthur and her family, because they are against me, because I'm a Haitian who pursued Melinda. Melinda is a very beautiful woman, and they don't seem to think that my beauty is sufficient for her. And they were really insulted at the fact that I had the nerve and the gall to step up to her. The Bible talks about beauty being vain, but the woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. And I think part of the reason why they did this was because they felt that I was out of line in pursuing Melinda and stepping up to Melinda and talking to Melinda. And I think Melinda ended up being a representative of Gabriel Franklin. I'm not sure. But the bottom line is that as a Haitian, beautiful women are not open to me. Only the ugly ones. And I remember her telling me, if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, get an ugly woman to be your wife. And from my personal point of view, get an ugly woman to marry you. I go after the woman that I desire. But it seems to me a lot of the women that are either stepping up, or a lot of the women, somehow or another, they identify with Gabriel because of the upper lip. They got that upper lip thing going. And this was their response, this whole thing that's happening right now with the gay community and these women, was their response to my pursuing her, and that I don't have the right to pursue a beautiful woman, only an ugly one. And because I myself am suffering from ugliness and so hideous that, poverty-stricken, third world country, I don't have that right. And I would caution them to be careful with that, because there are too many principles in the Word of God that warns women of great beauty not to take it to heart, and that God is looking for a godly woman, not necessarily, beauty has its limitations. Beauty has its limitations, and it's okay to have it, but don't use it as a how should I say, a prerequisite to life. In other words, leave it where it's at, on the face. Don't get too boggled up by it, because it can lead you into some terrible things. If it enters your mind that, oh, I'm too beautiful for you to talk to, or too beautiful to associate with, too beautiful to come down to your level. God, remember Satan, that was the issue with him in the scriptures. I think it's in Ezekiel that the pride of his heart, when he looked at himself and he saw how beautiful he was, it entered his heart. And the fact of the matter is that his pride is what led to his downfall, because of the nature of his beauty. And sometimes you look at a woman's beauty and you think, man, she is wow, and if it enters your heart and you miss, that's why the Bible says, fix your eyes upon Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. In other words, look beyond the skin and beyond the face and into the heart. So don't be deceived by the external beauty of that person. And so if you see beauty, take a step back. Don't step forward, but take a step back and recount whether or not, is it a matter of the heart? Or, you can give someone a compliment and say, wow, you're beautiful, but with that same thought, it could become a stumbling block and a prideful thing, both for the person that has the beauty and for those who are in association with that person. And it could become one of those things that cripples you and destroys your life. That you're not allowed to associate with the beautiful ones because you yourself are haggard, and end up destroying families and ministries and churches on account of that mindset. So if this is the response of Grace Community Church as a result of millennial beauty, you're out of line. And I would suggest that you straighten yourself out and repent of it. If this is your response, if the sexting that Gabriel is doing is to drive me away from wanting a beautiful woman or having one, and this is your response, you're out of line. You're putting too much emphasis on her beauty, and you're destroying a man's life, leadership, ministry, and work through the Holy Spirit work through that man on account of that woman's beauty. You've wasted 15 years of my life on account of this woman's beauty. The beauty issue that she has. And I think we need to stop trying to control everybody that has, maybe you haven't done this to somebody else, but I know you've done it to me. And so I would caution Grace about the women that comes out of your church and tell you, be careful with how much emphasis you put on the beauty of your daughters. If you're going to destroy seminary students for 15 years on account of their beauty, I don't think you're a Christian church. I don't think Christ is in you. You don't spend an hour, hurting anybody for Christ. But yet, here you are destroying me for 15 years on account of, John's daughters. If that's the root of it, or part of it, or even a 10% of it, I would caution you to reconsider that is an ungodly position.